Hey, Phantomaniacs, welcome to the newest unboxing here on the Needless Things YouTube channel. Finally, the original Friday the 13th killer is here. NECA did release a 8-inch Mego style Pamela Voorhees years ago, and I just wasn't as interested in having her there, but now we finally have an ultimate style Pamela Voorhees. I ordered direct from the NECA store, and it came in like 2 days, which was amazing to me. Which, I mean, it should, because the shipping was certainly indicative that it should be here a little faster. But thrilled to have it. It's available to order, I think, pretty much from everywhere now. But if you want it fast, NECA store is the way to go. Got the beautiful movie poster art on the front. Many faces of Pamela Voorhees on the back. I don't know which of those portraits I'm going to display because they're all incredible. And then, of course, credits for everybody who helped to bring this amazing piece of art to life. Let's get in here. I have got 8, 9, 10 Jason Voorhees NECA just NECA. That's not even counting the other brands or other companies' Jasons that I have, because there's some. Funko, Mezco, I don't know. There's some other. Sideshow. But anyway, this is legendary. This is the first movie. This is it. It's something that really needed to happen, and I think it's cool that NECA has kind of brought. Well, Halloween and Friday the 13th both seem to be sort of back at NECA after a hiatus or a breather, maybe. And I love that the Friday the 13th kind of reintroduction is the original, because we needed her. We needed her in the line. Oh, look at that. Gosh, how do you decide which one of those faces? I don't know. And now that they've done kind of a just regular one, do they do like a battle damaged one? Do they do an end of movie one? I would love to see some of the campers. Some of the just regular human characters from the franchise. That would be an interesting, on a future Needless Things podcast, we may have that conversation, like which Friday the 13th victims or final girls, whatever, are most deserving of figures, or would you actually spend your money to buy? Because once we get into just regular humans, I think action figures become a slightly more difficult proposition. Because, when you're Leatherface or Jason or Freddy or whatever, like, that's interesting and toyetic and wild. But when you're talking about just people, I think you got to be careful about what you do. Gosh, these arrows are fantastic. All right, let's get in here. Figure first. It's got that classic blue sweater. Look at that angelic smile. What a sweet lady who never wanted to hurt anybody. But her poor Jason. What those children did to her poor Jason. Sweet, innocent Jason. Gosh, the sculpt on this sweater is just fantastic. And the fit of it, too. Like, look, it sits right. It looks good. This is a softer plastic piece on top of an articulated torso. So you do have some sort of flexibility and movement there. She's got the nice bell-bottom corduroys going on. You can see the sculpting, the seams there. I wonder what we're going to be looking at with the paint. Yeah, there's paint on the discs, of course. So when you move those, you're probably going to scrape that off. And it looks like you can see right here, the disc is black plastic though. So at least, you know, it's not going to look terrible. Standard NECA hips with the swivel up at the top. She's more petite than you realize. Like, because she seems like this crazy just force of nature, but she is. I should have brought a Jason figure in here. I'll at least do a little measurement on her. So she's 6.5 inches. I mean, very, very small for a NECA 1/10 scale figure. All right, I'm gonna do a little bend on that elbow. You get a slightly more than 90-degree bend, and again, you can see the painted disc, but looks like the plastic color matches really nicely, so that's not a problem for me. Just a little bit more than 90 degrees. Perfect. That hand, look at the like abrasions on the knuckles there. Isn't that interesting? Oh, and look at the ring. This is just great. I'm so happy to have her. So let's take a look at the rest of her loadout. First, we've got alternate portraits. Look at that one. Oh, that's so psycho. Sculpt and paint in the hair is just unbelievable. So that one is great. That one is even greater. And then finally, the one that I think is probably going on the shelf. I don't know. No, because yelling, I've got lots of action figures that are yelling. I don't have a lot of action figures that are complete, insane, psycho grinning. This is probably going to be the one on the shelf. We've got a bow that actually has a soft goods string on it. Nice long archery lesson bow type of thing. Of course, gorgeous detail. Got the wood grain sculpted and painted in. That handle, or the grip rather. I don't know, is there a technical term for where you grip a bow? Tell me in the comments if you know. I am not an archer, but it works pretty nicely. I bet you can fire one of these arrows. Look, it's got the knock. No, it's not. Okay, when a bow is or when an arrow is loaded into a bow, it is knocked. But I don't know that that is called the knock. I'm not sure. That's the fletching, right? The feathers. And look at that hollow tip. Woo! Goes right through. Is that what goes through Kevin Bacon's neck? That's what we need. We need a Kevin Bacon. Look, this thing is going to work. I don't want to break it, but oh, holy cow. It really like flew. I bet if I had a little piece of styrofoam over there, I bet this would stick in it. I mean, that came out with force. Wow. So look, we've got one arrow with those colors, and then the other arrows have different colors on them. Have Freddy Krueger colors, so to speak. Oh, and okay, look, the others are like regular, and this one has the through the neck. Wow, look at that detail. And those are all like that. Man, I love NECA. We've got her hunting knife. Of course, wonderfully detailed. Since there is storage for this on the figure, that is not what I'm going to have her on the shelf. Look at the rivets around the stitching there. But that is going to stay right in there. Because that way it's displayed still. I don't know what weapon I'm giving her yet. Oh, we've got multiple hands. One for the bow and arrow, and then different types of C grips for the various weapons. Got that broken paddle or oar. Solid too, good rigid plastic. Looks excellent. An axe that we may or may not have seen before from NECA. I don't know because I don't keep track of that stuff. Got a little blood on it there. Nice. And then finally, the machete. Now, as good as she would look with this, I have so many characters with machetes. I don't know what I'm going to give her because no matter what, it's going to look like there's something else I have on the shelf that has it. I've got plenty of axes. I've got plenty of machetes. I've even got some bow and arrows set up. And while the oar it would be the unique piece, I don't want to have her holding that on the shelf. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do exactly. But whatever it is, I am absolutely thrilled to have the one and only original Pamela Voorhees finally in my display. Absolutely incredible. NECA rules. They just knock it out of the park now. They really do. They are the masters of horror action figures, and I just can't see anybody coming to take their crown. Because with this kind of work, like, this is everything you could want from this character in an action figure. And yet, I could see a couple of things they could do to get another release or two out of her. But there you go. Pamela Voorhees, finally available for your shelves. Go out and get one because it's great. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, share, tell your friends about Needless Things. And until next time, buy what you like.
Smash that like button if you like Needless Things.